Hello, and welcome to another edition of Monday Night Mashup. I'm Drennon.
And I'm Alissa Holmes with your weekly news update. Last Wednesday, the Darla School of Business hosted a career expo. Upperclassmen got to make connections with potential employers because for some, graduation is just around the corner. Student Body Vice President Donnie Iorio visited the career fair and told SGTV his thoughts as to why it is important that the university hosts events such as this one.
Allowing these companies to come out, they're getting top talent, and we're able to talk with companies that, 5, 6, 7 years ago were way out of our reach. And now with just the level of competitiveness that our school provides, it's amazing that we're able to bring something like this to us.
That concludes our university news this evening, but be sure to check out all of our college game day coverage on our website and on our Facebook and follow all of our events throughout the week. After the break, Drennon will have your local and national news update.
See, we at Capital City Sports didn't think enough people on campus knew about us, so we decided to create an awesome commercial to tell people that we mean business.
Well, how's that going for you?
Well...
All right, everybody, get into places right now. Nick, get off your phone. Blake, get off your phone. Stan, your hair is the wrong way, opposite direction. Flip it. Katie, why are you looking at me like that? And lights, please. Lights. All right, and action.
This is Capital City.
Ah! All right, throw the ball. Oh, what the? All right, is the fan ready? Get that started. All right, and turn your heads right now.
I love sports. What's my line?
This is not how the commercial is supposed to go. No, that's not what I mean by a stand-up. You're right. You must not know about me. I don't care. This looks terrible.
It's going pretty good.
Welcome back to M&M. This is your local and national news report. A South Carolina dog will be featured on 60 Minutes with Anderson Cooper this Sunday. Chaser, a border collie, is famous for having the largest vocabulary of any known dog. Her owner, John Piley, is a psychology professor at Wofford College. Piley has taught Chaser the names of more than 1,000 objects through repetition training. Chaser knows the difference between nouns and verbs and can group similar items. Piley has pushed all of her research in a scientific journal almost a year ago. Moving on to national news, a new housing facility is opening in Chicago. Town Hall is opening the first affordable LGBT-friendly housing development for the elderly in the country. This development was a former police station in the community. The hope is to allow a safe environment and to combat discrimination that is reported to be more than pronounced for the elderly. The apartments have more than 400 applicants for 79 studio and one-bedroom apartments. Similar housing developments are in Minneapolis and Philadelphia, and 2 more are in the making in California. Applicants do not have to be LGBT. However, the hope is to start to fill the demand of 3 million Americans 65 and older who identify as LGBT. That concludes our national news this evening. Alissa Holmes will have the international news after the break.
Welcome back to Monday Night Mashup. This is your international news update. IKEA's new regressor line can be put together in as little as 5 minutes and without tools. The design is hoping to cut down time and lower waste. Assembling is done with small wooden wedges that make it easier for the customer to put together the furniture with just their hands. The lightweight construction saves trees and remains durable. The edges are solid with an interior that contains only air. The goal is to reduce energy and save material while creating an easily managed product for customers. Only a few pieces are available currently, but new products will be available in spring 2015. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization has come up with a strategy aimed at defending the country of Turkey if it's attacked along the Syrian border. Defense Minister İsmet Yılmaz stated that this policy was created at the request of the Turkish government, as Islamic State militants are attempting to invade and take the Syrian town of Kobani. Yılmaz told ABC, if there is an attack, NATO's joint defense mechanisms will be activated. NATO prepared a plan taking various alternatives into account. According to Yılmaz, NATO will bring about the provisions of Article 5 of the Washington Convention. Article 5 requires that an attack against a single member of NATO will be considered an attack against all members. The new Secretary General for NATO has confirmed this information during a news conference in Warsaw, Poland on Monday. According to ABC, Stolberg's words, the main responsibility for NATO is to protect all allied countries. That's the reason why we have deployed Patriot missiles in Turkey, to enhance and strengthen the air defense of Turkey. Turkey should know that NATO will be there if there is any spillover, any attacks on Turkey as a consequence of the violence we see in Syria. That concludes our international news this evening. Andrea Esselman will have your weather update. Stick around.
Put your bypass with the bag over your head. Put your bypass line away from the end.
Welcome back to Monday Night Mashup. I'm Andrea Esselman with your weekly weather update. I like to start off today by just saying, wow, we've had an absolutely beautiful day. Our temperatures were about 78 degrees for our high, and it was just a beautiful sunny blue sky all day. Some clouds will be rolling in tonight with temperatures dropping down to about 56 degrees, and tomorrow there will be some clouds, but it'll be mostly sunny skies, highs getting up to about upper or mid 80 degrees, and it'll be another really beautiful day. In fact, the whole week we have a trend of mornings starting off in the 60s and temperatures getting up to about the mid 80s, sunny skies all week. It's going to be a fantastic week. I really recommend getting out at some point, grab a loved one, grab a friend, grab a book, have a picnic out on the horseshoe or somewhere, just soak up the sun. It's going to be a beautiful week. Taking a look at the national weather now, throughout the southern region, we'll have temperatures tomorrow ranging from about the 70s to the 80s. The kind of mid-southern part of the country will be having some thunderstorms roll in. And then looking up into the northeast, there will also be some precipitation with temperatures ranging from the 60s to the 70s. Moving on west over to the Midwest, up in the northern area in the Ohio Valley, there's going to be some much cooler temperatures with highs ranging to the 40s and the 50s and a lot of precipitation. If you move further south, the temperatures will get up to highs in the 60s and the 70s. But yeah, the cooler weather is definitely rolling in. And then taking a look more at the western part of the country, we have temperatures getting up to a little bit higher than usual, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, depending on where you are. Mostly dry temperatures, except for in the southwest, which there was Tropical Storm Simon coming in, so that's going to bring in some rain for the southern parts. Moving on to the weather news, we have the second lunar eclipse of this year coming in at 5:15 in the morning on Wednesday, October 8th. So all you brave souls out there who feel like waking up early, take a look at the sky at 5:15 in the morning. The best place to view it is actually on the west coast. They get to see the full eclipse, but we do get a nice partial eclipse view. So go ahead and take a look. It's really cool. Moving on to other news in the weather world. There are two typhoons to take note of. First is Typhoon Vongfong, which hit the Guam and Miriam Islands this morning. There are no major damage news yet, but we'll keep you updated about that. The second typhoon to take note of is Typhoon Fanfone, which hit Tokyo, Japan today, killing one U.S. airman and leaving two others missing. They were pulled out to sea while they were taking pictures on the island of Okinawa. So we have their families in our thoughts and are very sorry for their loss.
Once again, remember this week is going to be a beautiful week. Get outside, soak up that sun. Maybe go to the fair. It opens on Wednesday. It's great weather for going out there. Just make sure to get your sunshine while it lasts. That's it for this weekly weather update. Stick around for Stan Smith, who will be back with your sports update after this.
Here's a story
Of an awkward lady
who never really knew just what to say
and these new friends came along
to fix their problems. Hi, Teresa.
Welcome back to M&M. I'm Stan Smith with your University Sports. South Carolina fell to the Kentucky Wildcats this past weekend. The game included 21 unanswered points by the Wildcats in the fourth quarter. The Gamecocks led early in the game with a 14-0 lead that Kentucky immediately responded to. The game was tied at 17 by the half. The second half saw much of the same, with the teams going back and forth for the lead. The game changer came when Kentucky's Alvin Dupree intercepted a pass that was returned for a touchdown. This won the game for the Wildcats. The Gamecocks have a bye week this upcoming week, but will have time to get ready for Furman on the 18th to cap off homecoming. The top-ranked women's golf team swept Golf Week's College Women's Weekly honors. The Gamecocks won Team of the Week, and senior Justine Dreer won Player of the Week recognition. The ladies finished the Annika Intercollegiate 10 under with a 7-shot victory over Arizona and the rest of the featured teams. Dreer earned medalist honors with her first collegiate win, tying the school record for lowest total score. South Carolina returns to action this weekend in Chapel Hill for the Tar Heel Invitational. The women's soccer team had a 1-0 win over LSU this weekend. The score came in the 75th minute by sophomore Deja Griffin, her first of the season. The Gamecocks allowed just 4 shots on goal and only 1 on frame. It was the 8th shutout this season for senior goalkeeper Sabrina D'Angelo. The ladies traveled to Kentucky on Friday for a 7:30 match against the Wildcats. In local sports news, the community was invited to give their suggestions for the future minor league baseball team for Columbia. The Columbia Professional Baseball's Name Our Team contest includes entries for team name, logo, and identity. There have been over 1,000 entries in just a week, and this evening a public listening session was hosted at the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center Hall of Fame room. The team vice president of marketing and public relations said that this is an opportunity to reach the community in a more face-to-face approach, which is more important in the identity building process. Other visits will be made to local elementary schools, college marketing classes, and meetings with area business leaders. That concludes our sports this evening, but there will be more Monday Night Mashup after this.
So the fair comes this week. Are you guys excited?
I'm very excited about
I
that.
can't wait to eat funnel cakes.
Best food there, I would say, is the donut bacon cheeseburger. It sounds weird, but I like it. I mean, y'all should give it a try.
I have fried everything, fried butter, fried Kool-Aid. Like, how do you even fry Kool-Aid? But I'm just
butter.
I'm really excited.
Fried butter.
I've always wanted to try fried butter, actually. It's been really cool. I live by the stadium, and so I've been able to watch the whole thing get built up, and it's really cool. It's a nifty process. So I recommend you guys see it sometime.
Okay, well, thanks for watching this edition of Monday Night Mashup. Be sure to follow our coverage throughout the week on our website and follow us on Twitter at SGTV News4. Additionally, check out our weekend previews online every Friday for your university update on what's happening around the area each weekend. Have a great evening.
Welcome to SGTV News4's Weekend